back to Dance to This, the podcast with Zoe Francesca.
And me, Jessica Faye, the podcast where you can find great songs to dance to.
This week we have got Sammie Rutter. She teaches at Leeds City College.
Course leader.
Course leader. Good little interlude there. Course leader. That's not the right word. Course leader. Yes, she's amazing. She's really inspirational.
Yeah, it was a good chat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So be ready to be inspired by Sammie.
So because we're away again this week, we're throwing it back again to another one of like our favourite memories. So I feel like this is probably like both of our favourites, to be fair. We were both, when we said about the vlogs,
I wanted to pick this one.
But I was like, no, I'm having it. But maybe this was a shared one.
Perfect.
Yeah,
okay,
this
could be both of ours.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like you just need to go back and watch the full vlog. But obviously for now, we'll just show you a few little snippets. But this was one of them where we started a gig at like 11 p.m. at night. And
we were already delirious when we got there, guys.
It just got like more chaotic as it went along. And you could just tell that we were all just like past it.
And we were in the loft. We were in the loft of a club.
There was props.
There was everything. It was hot. There was washing machines.
Lauren was naked.
It was Halloween. It wasn't even Halloween. It wasn't even Halloween. It was just the funniest time, and the fact I could not breathe. It is funny. I hope you guys find it funny too. I'm ill. It's just a bit chaotic and a bit fun.
But yeah, here's some little snippets.
We have just arrived at the venue now. It is 8:58 p.m. Hilarious. It's so funny being here in the dark. People literally on nights out and we're just starting work. Oh my gosh. I'm going in the cage.
Who's putting poles in cages in clubs now?
We're doing Taylor in a club at 11 p.m. We're on stage at 11 p.m.
Yes, we're ready for it.
It's great. We're off on an adventure. To find the changing room. Please, just because she's too strapping.
We're too strapped up.
I think you should put the bags down. Limbo.
Pressure!
This is called near 11 p.m.
That's right! We're all
What are you two doing because my tits are out? Do not come round here when I've got no freaking problem in.
And in 2 minutes we've officially lost the plot.
Why? Why? Hello, Jill.
Right, we need to calm down a bit. We've lost it a bit, but it's nearly 11 p.m. We're ready.
Down the ladder.
We're ready.
I
love doing gigs with you. It looks like you're just disappearing into a pit in the floor.
Bye!
Bye guys! Sorry, Taylor can't come to the stage. Why?
She's under it.
Oh, that was a fun one, guys. Welcome, Sammie! I'm so excited. An old friend.
Yeah.
Yay, have you on the podcast. So tell us first what you do in the industry now. What's your role?
Oh, what do I do?
Everything.
No, I work at Leeds City College predominantly. Course leader, a level 2 and level 3 dance with three separate groups actually. So it's level 2, first year level 3 and second year level 3, preparing them for university and next levels. As well as that, I run my little explosive group, which is part of the kind of extracurricular there. So anyone can come across the campus. But that's how I kind of get my crews for the bigger events like Move It and Breaking and all the other things that we've done over the years. And then alongside that, I kind of work freelance for whatever other opportunities in the dance world are going, as you both know, kind of teaching classes, doing a little bit of judging or whatever's on offer at the time.
God, you're the coolest judge ever. So cool. So your first song, I was like, this is not what I was expecting.
No, very
from
old
Sammie
school.
Rutter. Let us know what song
Yeah,
it
I would
is.
say when Zoe said this earlier, she said old school, and I thought she meant like old school hip hop. And then like when she played it, I was like,
old.
yeah,
Old.
no.
It's because
Old school.
actually before hip hop really only came into my life when I was in college, because like the kids can't get over it. What I teach now, they're like, "What uni did you go to? Did you go to Shock Out?" I'm like, "Shock Out didn't exist. Like you couldn't study hip hop. Like it was street dance, and it had just started. Do you know what I mean? So when I started dancing, it was in the comps. You know, well, Angela Hall Dance School is where I went back in the days. Shout out to the Angela Hall peeps. But yeah, it was back in the comp days. I kind of started with the traditional ballet tap.
Yeah.
Theatre craft it was back then.
Theatre craft, yeah. No one ever does that. That's the first time I've ever
Yeah.
heard anyone say theatre
Theatre
craft.
craft. It wasn't
I don't
even
even know what it
modern
was.
really then. It was theatre craft, but it was modern dance at comp. So
Yeah.
So yeah, when I first started, the first memory, when I looked at it, I was like, first memory, what would that be? It would be me on stage. As a 3-year-old, I had this purple and orange dress, frilly dress. I was tiny. I've got pictures, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was tiny. My hair was bigger than my body, kind of thing. And yeah, nothing could be finer was my song and dance. And then I did a little duet with another girl, same age, partners, and it was just blew in from the Windy City. And it was our little duet, and we was both quite loud. So most people start with like a ballet and something. So oh no, we was like
Yours
song
was
and dance, like shouty, top of the voice, little things.
I love that.
So
So that was your song and dance, then you sang in that as well.
yeah, we sang. So Windy City was me and my best friend at the time, duet, and then I had a song and dance alongside that. They were my first two comp pieces.
Yeah,
that we did.
yeah. I feel like loads of people started in those traditional comps. How did you get from that to the fantastic hip hop dancer you are now?
Long journey, actually. I wouldn't take away my comp experience, actually, because a lot of people do comps now, but I think comps have changed so much over the years, particularly like street dance comps are very different to the traditional comps where it were like 13 a section and you were stood there with your number at the end for your gold, silver or bronze, you know. But I did that for years and years and years. My dance school used to do a show every year as well, like a summer, I think it were in the summertime, Angela Hall's show. But yeah, we used to do a show every year. I used to do pantomimes when I was little as well. I remember doing the Civic Theatre. Civic Theatre's not even really there now. It all got turned into kind of the... I think it's like a museum now. Is this what used to be the old Civic Hall, and it's now the Carriage Works in it.
Oh, okay, there on the front. Yeah, guys, she's not that old. It sounds like you've really old. It's not there anymore.
I'm getting quite old now. I'm not a baby anymore. Still feel 21, but I'm not. So I did that whole route till I was about 16, and then I actually got moved up in my age group. So I was with people that were like 18 to 21. They all left for uni, and I was a bit like, what happens now? And I kind of got moved down to the group that were my age, but because I'd trained with people higher, were a bit bored.
And lost. Yeah.
And that was the time when I went to college. I went to Thomas Stanby, which again doesn't exist now. That's now part of Leeds City College. Everything that I did is no longer there. Because Park Lane and Thomas Stanby joined up then to become part of the bigger Leeds City College branch, which is now where I work, full circle.
That is such a full circle. I love that.
So yeah, finished at college, and I did performing arts then because they didn't have a dance course back then. It was performing arts, so you had to do the kind of acting, singing and dance route all together. Yeah. Then it was only when I went to uni, which I went to Kingston Uni, just like Zoe. And it was only the second year that course had existed, so there'd only been one group before me. And the reason I went there was because they did street dance, and I was like, no, where does street dance? And all my friends were going to like Italia Conti and Bird, and my mum was like, you can look, but I can't afford them places, so you're not going there. You know, it was like a lot of my friends in the dance school world had that kind of money to go to these elite conservatoire places, and my mum was like, you can go to uni, but you have to be realistic. So I think I applied for 4 unis. I know one of them was UEL, because that course had just started, this street dance course, but they actually rang me and said, you're too experienced, because they were looking for, new starters of hip hop. So I didn't even get an audition for them.
Oh my gosh, how bizarre.
SLP sent me their interview audition list, and I was like, I don't want to go there, because it was just like so strict, like turn up in this uniform and change at this time. And I was just like,
That's not me. Edge Hill was my other place, and I went, and I remember going and being the only person of colour there. I was like, there's no one that looks like me. I was in a tracksuit and everybody else was in like a leotard and ballet tights, and I was like, I should have come in a leotard and tights, because I wasn't not that type of person either, but it's just not what I was wanting to do moving forwards.
I feel like you just know when you look around those places. I was saying that you just get a feel when you go to the days. I would just say to everyone, go to the like open days, because you just get a feel for it and you're like, oh, this isn't me, or oh my gosh, yeah, I want to come
exactly.
here. Like,
so I remember being in that class and the teacher being a bit like Louis Spence and very like Cladar and turn and I was just a bit like, oh, I don't think this is me. And then it was like, right, thanks for the class. We're going to do now, they were like a written exam that you had to do, like, right, we're going to go through and do the exam, and you had to sit in silence, and I was like, I'm not doing that. So I was like, I need the toilet, and I went out the back door.
And you just went?
Yeah. Snuck out and sat in the car park, because my mum and dad had gone to like the pub for the day while I was at the audition. So they turned up and was like, why are you sat outside? I was like, I don't want to go here, can we go?
You knew it was already a write-off.
Just knew it wasn't right. I still got offered there though, funnily enough, which I think it was
Without
a bit
doing
of
the exam?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of them tick box things, in it? Like, they clearly needed some people of culture and someone of this.
I see what you mean.
I feel it was a bit like that. So,
you're just that good.
I was just that good in the audition. They wanted me in my tracksuit.
Like, we don't even need to see you written exam.
Yeah. So yeah, I still got offered that, and my final place were Kingston, and I turned up, and it won't, before I even got in the audition, I walked around the city and I was like, I like it here. I can see myself living here. And then went in the class, and it was Jason who ran the course, who run the audition. And I just loved it. Like, there were a part as well where we did some Bharatanatyam like dance, and I was like, I've never done anything like that. I was rubbish at it, but I liked that it was something that challenged me, rather than going to a class and just being like, oh, this is boring.
I've done this before.
Yeah, so I just knew straight away. I was like, right, that's where I'm going. Pack my bags and off I went. You know, one of them where you're like, you're praying the letter comes through the door, like, please let me in, please let me in. I don't know where I'm going if not. So yeah, as soon as I got the kind of, you're in for Kingston, I was off, bags packed, and and it was really funny when I got to Kingston. One of my friends from college actually was there. I literally pulled up at Steve in Wells, and I heard her, are you Sammie? I was like, I am, yeah. And it was a girl that had been in my college but in the year above, and she'd said, like, we'd seen each other around. We weren't friends yet, but we became best friends because we were both from like the same area, same college.
That is so
nice.
Yeah,
it was like it was meant to be, kind of one of those.
That is so good.
So yeah, that's where I started my street dance. And then from there, I kind of came back to Leeds. I wanted to stay in London, but I couldn't do the whole auditioning and just working for money to pay out for rent, because it's so expensive over there.
Yeah.
Did it for a little bit, got bored of it, came back to Leeds, and literally went back to my old teachers at college and was like, can I just get some experience with you?
That's amazing, yeah.
Taught there for nothing really, and they was kind of like, go do your PGCE. So I did that alongside working for, I don't know if you've heard of Junior Jam, a company that does like PPA cover and after school clubs and stuff that. Just building up experience, and just from there it's just taught RJC and dance studio Leeds, and done bits and bats all over the city really, until I built my way up in Leeds City College to course leader.
In the college, that's amazing. Is the course very hip hop based?
No,
or have you brought that to it?
I wouldn't say I've brought it, because there was a little bit of that beforehand. There was a lady there who kind of started it, I would say. But and actually Explosive ran from when I was at college. So the teacher when I was there started Explosive, but it wasn't. It was probably just a few kids that attended, and it was just kind of a class that happened.
Class.
So I'd say I've kind of built the urban side of the course, definitely. But it was there in some form of existence beforehand. But no, the course is jazz, contemporary and urban as the free course.
Nice.
So all our level 2s and first years do those 3 subjects as the core thing. And then when they go into second year, they do a little bit of ballet, a little bit of tap sometimes, because not many kids do a lot of tap now, so it depends on...
Going back to do the fundamentals.
Start from the beginning. If some of them have come with that experience, we'll build it into the course, but if none of them have got it, we won't bother. We don't do it for grading or for the, the achievements or anything. It's more just to give them a bit of experience. Same with ballet. A lot of them don't come with that experience,
experience now, but a lot of unis ask for that as part of their audition process. So
you add that
we do
into it,
that a
yeah.
bit every year.
my worst
And they
nightmare.
tend to do a little bit of musical theatre at some point along the way again, because a lot of them will be like, can you sing at your audition? And they're like, no. So
Yeah,
we
so much of
we
it has
build
it
a
all
little
now,
bit
yeah.
of that in the final projects as well.
Okay, let's go on to your favourite style. I feel like this goes with what we were just talking about. I like to move it. That's the style. I'm guessing your favourite style is hip hop. Would you say hip hop as like a whole, or are you got a specific one you love within that?
It's hard because I always feel like I've put myself in this box of being like, I am hip hop, because that's what I'm known for now, and what kind of, particularly with Explosive, that's gone off to Move It, and that's what everyone's seen of me the most. But my tradition and my roots go back, like I say, to kind of your theatre craft and ballet and jazz. So there is that element of me that still loves the whole musical theatre element, and I'll still dip my toes in there whenever I can.
So fun.
So like the final projects with the second years, I've often done a more musical theatre piece, or like we've just done a piece based on Mowgli and kind of that whole Jungle Book vision, which were totally through dance. So
Amazing.
yeah, I would say hip hop is my forefront, and it's what I love, and you know, I love my Cardi B and my Drake and all that kind of stuff. When I'm in the dance studio, I like to kind of bust one out in that way, but also I love so many styles, and I always say to the kids, urban's so broad. So we do a lot of hip hop, but then we do your kind of more commercial styles. We do Afro, we do Carnival.
Yeah.
I try and cover as much as possible, because they're going out into the big wide world, and depending what they do next is where they will tap into themselves.
And I think so versatile, don't you, these days?
And a lot of them come to us with that, I am a ballet dancer, or I am a jazz dancer, and then they leave and they're like, well, actually, I think I want to go to Shock Out, and I'm like, you're not a jazz dancer anymore then. So it's kind of giving them everything in a little portion, so then they can go away and go, now I'm going to tap further into that, rather than being just like what I want to get from it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do love working with the older ones purely because then I can challenge myself and keep myself up to date, whereas when I was with younger ones, you feel a bit like, oh, well...
Yeah, you're staying at that level.
Yeah,
in
there's only so
teaching-wise.
much you can do with them. I love the little ones as well. They've got their own comedic values as well.
Oh, yeah.
I love working with little ones as well, but you're limited in the dance, what you can do with them, aren't you? There's only so much you can build, whereas, once you're working with them 16 plus, it's like, right, I can work at
pushing them to
professional
the next
level, and obviously they've chosen to be there, so it's a bit like, well, if you don't want to be here, the door's there kind of thing, rather than
you
you're
get
here
the
because your
dedication
parents
a bit
don't want
more.
to pick you up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, true. Oh, I bet you love seeing them go into the world and actually doing it.
Yeah.
That's such a nice
It is.
moment.
I'm now at that point as well where I've been there long enough to see some of them go into professional work and do things that I wish I always had done. You know, you get a little bit jealous when you go and see them in professional shows. Like,
should have been me.
you particularly you go and watch them in some of the hip hop shows and with some of the choreographers that I've followed for years, and you're like, oh my God, what I would have given to do that.
Oh, but
it
you've
didn't
given
really
them
exist that
soon.
time. Do you know what I mean? And it's
Part
so
of the
much more
journey.
special to have that. Well, actually, they wouldn't have been there if I hadn't started them on that journey, and getting them now in do you want to come and teach a class for me on a week on Wednesday?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
it has its
Circle back round.
benefits, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So this song, I'd not heard of it. You said it was a new song, Dynamite by Tyler and WizKid.
Yes.
Is it a new one?
I do, yeah. It's one of Tyler's newest ones, because I was like, everything I'm talking about, actually, when I got the questions, I was like, these are all quite old. Or like things that most of my memories are quite traditional, or quite, like I said, I'm quite known for the new and the modern and the hip hop, and then I was looking at my list going, that don't represent me.
Me now.
So let me change one of them. So when I was thinking about my holiday recently, actually, it was a song that I played every day while I was getting ready in the room.
Vibing along.
Yeah, it's just one that's got a really nice beat to it. It's I wouldn't say it's necessarily hip hop. It's more probably Afro flavours, but Tyler is a bit of that combination, isn't she? And it's a little bit. I don't want to say crude, but it's got that side to it that's a little bit adult, let's say.
Sammie After Hours.
Yeah.
Sammie on holiday. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
No, it is. It's a good track to kind of get you. You know, when you just hear a beat and you're like,
Yes, you have
your
to
shoulders
get into it.
going a little bit. It's one of them ones. Yeah, I
Aw.
do love a bit of Tyler as well. I think she's wicked. Like
Yeah.
one of them new artists that's come out, and you're like, yeah,
just
from
come out of
Water.
nowhere.
Well, my kids at college, once you hear Water, the bums, you know.
They're off.
That standard move that the audience made me swear, dun dun dun. Like, all right, here we go. So yeah, there's certain songs that you're like, don't play that, don't play that, don't play that.
Oh,
So
I
when you
can
find a
imagine
new
in the
one-
hip hop world, especially. I bet you have to be so like, let's find a clean version
Yeah,
of this. Let's get
I mean,
a
to
clean
be
version of
fair,
that.
it's a good thing that I work with 16 plus, and the type of kids that I work with, bless them, they're all ace. A lot of them come from that kind of background where they're not so privy to a little bit of
Definitely
swearing
a
and
bit
things
before.
like
They're not
that.
gonna be
So
bothered.
obviously, I won't use things that are highly offensive or too crude or too sexualised, just because I'm a bit like, it makes me cringe.
Yeah, it makes
know
you
what I
cringe, doesn't it?
Could be
But yeah,
as well.
there's a point where I can be a little bit, oh well, it's got that
You've heard it
word in
before.
it. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But if it comes to performances, I am quite. They're like, why has it got a bleep there? I'm like,
Yeah.
Because we have to.
Don't
your
have to be in the
granddad's going to be in the audience. Do you know what I mean? I can't.
Little brothers.
They're trying to twerk it. I'll like pop up. I'm like, no, we're not doing that when your dad sat on the front row. Then. So yeah, you have to teach them where it's appropriate. Like it's fine to do in a Wednesday in class with me, and we're all girls, but we're not going to do that with us grandmas and granddads in the audience. So yeah, they're still learning, but
cracking
you
up.
can't blame them, can you? When they're watching
Yeah,
these
that's what they
videos and they
see
see
on
Cardi
TV
B and
and
Megan Thee
YouTube
Stallion and they all
Yeah.
laid on the floor banging and like yeah,
it's
that's
taken a bit of a
fine
turn.
when you get to 21, but at 16 we don't want to see
Let's
it just
rein it in
yet.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's time and I mean, we've just
hilarious.
done actually a community project which we do every year where we go to high schools, and it is every year there's a bit of a debate of like, well, we want to use this song and the play it, and I'm like, yeah, it's Chris Brown and he's talking about the bedroom. I don't think we can do that to year 10s. I don't think that school will invite us back again, you know. And they're like, but you let us play it in the classroom. Yeah, that's different. You know what I mean? So we have that
Tell
little
people that.
battle once a year, but
Aw.
we get there. They do, and I think as they get older, they do understand.
Yeah, they get it a bit more.
Yeah.
Right, the next section, don't be moody, shake your booty. These songs, oh my gosh.
songs.
We put them on. Yes, Sammie picked two. We let her because they're bangers.
Yeah, because it was so hard.
They
I
are
kept putting two. I'm like, oh, I'm
bangers.
going to have to put two.
Crop
sorry.
it down.
They are so good. We put them on when we were just waiting for you, and I was like, oh my gosh, this. When she goes, woo! Oh yeah, Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. Oh, the vibes
Yeah.
of this song.
It's just one of them songs that if I'm in a bad mood, like that's the one that I play first in the car on full volume
Yes.
and sing my little heart out to it. Yeah, it's been on my playlist for a good 10 years now, but it's one of them that'll
Timeless.
never ever
Never
go.
get
Like
old.
it's just one of my favourites.
Yeah. Great song.
And I've been to see Mary J twice. I went to go see her again not that long ago in Manchester, and she's amazing. I actually took my mum this time because my mum was like, I think I know a few of her songs. I was like, I'm sure you do. And she loved it just as much. And actually looking at the audience, it's the first time where I was like, there's like people double my age getting down like teenagers. Do you know what I mean? It's it's such a good time. But yeah, I love Mary J, and I just think a lot of her songs are quite heartfelt and about love and
yeah.
breakup, and it's the one that's just like
I'm
really feel good and
Yeah.
just fine. In fact, it is in the words in it. It's like regardless what goes on, I'm fine.
Yeah, definitely. Did she have dancers on at all? I bet
She
that was
did
amazing.
actually. She only had, I think there were 4 dancers. The first time I seen her, she didn't have any dancers.
Wow.
She was in like a theatre setting.
Ooh,
So it was
okay, a bit more
amazing because
intimate.
it was more intimate, and it was I remember it feeling like it does in here. It was boiling
Sorry,
because
it's really
everyone
warm
was.
in
No, it's but it was like everyone was up dancing, and it just got warmer and warmer. But everyone was just loving life. Whereas this time it was at the new Co-op Live
Manchester.
place. It was massive, but totally sold out still. But totally different vibe to what
Yeah.
it was the first time
Yeah.
I seen her. She had a full-on band, and I think there were 4 dancers, 2 male, 2 female.
wow.
And
must have
she
to
didn't
fill the
need a
stage.
massive.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
She
yeah.
didn't need a massive. The 4 that she had were brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but she kind of owns the stage. She didn't have to even have them 4 really if she didn't want to, because she just owns the stage. I would say the dancers were more fillers.
Yeah.
So like when she was changing
she was getting
costumes, they were
changed, they'd
keeping
come
the
and do it.
vibe going
Yeah,
and things.
nice.
So it was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one, again, Looking for You by Kirk Franklin. Oh, not that bit yet. Let's get to the chorus. I'm singing the wrong words, but again, the vibes of this
so
song.
good. Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't really know why that one. I just love it. It's just one of them that's been on my playlist forever. One of my good friends at work, I had not had the best day at work. This was going back a while ago now. And I got in the car and I was like, I'm just going to play this song. It'll make me feel better. And she was like, I love this song. How do you know this song? And we had a whole conversation about it the whole drive home. And it is now, a few of my kids, I've played it a few, times when I'm doing warm-ups, and a few of the kids are like, I like this song. Where's this one? I'm like, you probably weren't born when this came out. But yeah, a few of them songs. And I do love to introduce old songs to the new generation, because a lot of the time they play Cardi B and Tyler and all these things that, don't get me wrong, I love, but they have a place now. And I'm like, do you remember who were on about the other week?
Someone old school.
T-Pain and like Twister and people like that. I'm like,
And I've
Twister?
never heard of them.
Who's Twister? And I'm like, but you all know Michael Jackson. Like, yeah, obviously, so there's people that will always carry on, but there's certain people that
Big
this generation have
icons,
just been missed. They'll know the songs they shouldn't be going out at 16, but some of them do have the fake IDs and get themselves out. But they'll know the songs in the club when they come on, them certain R&B songs, but they have no idea
who they
are or where they came from and the history of it. And I'm like, you don't know hip hop unless you go back. It's all right to go, I like this and I like that, but it's like, well, you need to understand
where it's come from,
where
and
that
the roots
came
of
from.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you're like the coolest teacher in the whole entire world. Do you not think?
I'll take that.
Oh my gosh, no, you are. Like, to have like someone who's got the like passion, especially for, I know we've talked about you've got your different styles, but for like hip hop, like that's just to share that is so like, I bet they're like, I bet they're secretly like,
we do. We
so
sometimes think they're just getting me on a tangent so that I don't like they get a break. Like I am one of them people that's like, no, and you need to know, and do you? And then we get on a like half an hour chat, and I'm like, time's passing, let's go. Do you know what I mean? So I think sometimes they purposely do that, but no, I think it is important that I think too many times now we go to classes and you've got an hour and it's like, I want to give you this content, and we go through it and you've got no understanding of where them moves came from or what that comes from. So I think it is really important to give them context sometimes and just have that moment of going, do you understand though where a lot of you are twerking, but do you know where the twerk? Yeah, there was kind of the Miley Cyrus, but where came before that?
The
and
actual move.
So it's giving them the history a little bit when you can, when it's appropriate. Sometimes it's not and it goes over the heads, but other times it is. I think it's important. And I look at my kids now that are coming out the other end and I think I'm not cool at all because they come in and do workshops and I'm like, oh my God,
what are we then? If you're not cool, what the hell are we?
No, but it is as generations go on and you hear them saying things, I'm like, what does that mean? I'm now on computer going, what does that mean? Or I'll see like slang on Instagram and I'm like,
I bet you're kept right up to date because you're in it.
It does help, but sometimes it does
hearing it in
over.
context.
Yeah, you'll have to teach us some things.
Probably don't know that much more. I think I do at the time, but it's only like they keep you young though. I will say that. Like I probably would be a lot worse technology wise and things if it weren't for the students. I'm like, how do you do? You've got a really cool background. Where did you get that from? do try and get little tips and trades from them. Yeah.
Last section. 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you bored?
Sorry, I'm just tired.
Joking, it's probably because it's so warm in here. 5, 6, 7, 8. So about your choreography. Let's talk more about Explosive because I know you've taken them to Move It. Yeah. And you've taught classes at Move It. That's so fun. Is this song a choreography from? I mean, I've just said let's talk about Explosive. Is this from Explosive or is this?
It is actually, yeah.
Phew.
Just assume.
It's not one we did Move It, purely because actually I was thinking, right, what can I... And you know that your hubby's done me loads of mixes, and I started thinking about them, and I was like, but I can't pick one song from
like
them. Because
50 songs in each
I'm going to say each mix has like 15 songs minimum, and each one of them is just amazing, so I could talk for 10 minutes about one mix if I went into that. So I was like, right, I don't know if I can pick them, because I don't know where to start. And this is a track actually we did for Fresh last year. We didn't do it this year, it was the year before. And it was one of those where I'd been kind of scouring for a song for a while, you know, and you're just like, oh, I'm a bit over everything, and everything new's really sweary and sexualised, and everything old I've used before, and how many times can I use Usher? Yeah. So it was like, I did a bit of a call out on Instagram, which I sometimes do on our Explosive page, like any songs that you put out, you know, for a new piece. And a kid that actually is a student now but wasn't at the time gave me this song. And when I played it, I was like, oh, you know, and it's just like, oh, yeah, like kind of starts quite Latino in feel, but then it kind of pumps it up, and it's in a different language. It's quite Spanishy, Latino vibes, but a bit reggae, a bit hip hop. And I just, you know, when you just hear something, you're like, that's the one.
This is it.
That's the one. And the group that I had at the time were very cultured, so... It was a very mixed group for, you know, I think I had a kid from South Africa. I had one that was Caribbean, you know, I had a really mixed group at that time. So I was like, I need something that represents them.
Yeah, nice.
And actually we opened the show as well, and I was just like, that was the...
Couldn't be more perfect.
Sometimes I like to do a big mix and like a 6-7 minute piece, whereas this was like 2 minutes and done, like leave you wanting more kind of thing.
Yeah, nice.
It's one of them that I just look back and I'm like, yeah, that was I loved that piece. I wish I could reinvent it, because my kids only stay with us often for a year or 2 years, so once they've gone, it's like that piece is done, it's out, you know. And it's one of them ones that I'm like,
you can bring it back.
could do new group.
Let's play a little bit, because I never heard of it. Move by PH1. Oh, the beats. Oh yeah.
Look at me
Move my body. I feel like this playlist is going to actually give me some inspo for street dance.
Yes, you've inspired this.
It is a great track. Like, it's got so many different parts to it in such a short time. I was just like, And apparently it comes from kind of the K-pop world, is what I've learned since talking to this student.
Cool, yeah.
Which I would have never have found. I would have never found that song if it had not been suggested. But that's the beauty of Instagram, I suppose, and networking and it. But it's one of those that I was like, when I was looking through my list, I was like, that's probably one that most people won't know.
Yes.
And that's why I was like, let's pick that one.
Yeah, great idea. Do you love choreographing troops, groups, whatever you call them? Is that your favourite? That's your...
Yeah, I mean, I do like working with smaller groups, and I have been known to pick, like, a group of, like, 2 or 3 as well, do duets or trios, but I like formations, I like people coming on and people going off and all that kind of, that's, to me, is a big part of enhancing the choreography. So I love the dance side, but I do love kind of... not maths, but the kind of mathematic equation of kind of
working it all
going,
out.
right, I'm going to start in a V and then they're going to go out and this is going to come in, and kind of making
being
patterns with it.
Yeah,
I love the kind of pattern side of it as much as I do the movement side.
Yeah, nice.
So the bigger the group, I would love to work, you know, like when you see it Move It, they've got like 50 on stage, what looks like 100 on stage, which clearly isn't, because you can only have so many. But I would love to work with a group that size. The only reason I kind of limit it down really is for costuming, because we don't come from a uni where they can pay £100 for the costume. Generally, where I work, we cover, not me personally, but the college covers the cost, which it works out, like £20 a head that we can afford to get a full top to bottom outfit.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them that if we're doing it, we're getting the trainers, we're getting
it's all
literally Sports Direct. I think I got them all sort of like a fake pair of Converse for £4 this time, and work the way up. So that's how I like to do it. But that's why I'd rather keep it groups of, I tend to say 16 max, because then I've still got a nice amount of formation, but it's not too far in budget. Whereas I would love to do like 30, 40.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
That'd
I've
be
just
fun.
got to get a celebrity to hire me for like,
There
you know,
we go.
Beyonce or someone. Then I could work with like
Aim high.
loads of them, you know. That's the dream, isn't
that.
it? I used to say when I was little, I want to work for Missy Elliott. That was always the dream. Like Missy Elliott was the
That was
person
your
back in the day.
person.
But
Oh my gosh.
maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Mine's Venga Boys. Who's yours, like, dream person to dance with?
I don't know, because you know mine would be a musical.
I was just going to say yours would be in a musical. She
wouldn't
wants to
be
say
like a
Jonathan
big-
Bailey, everyone. That's what she really wants to say.
What? I'll work with him.
Yeah, you dancing with Jonathan Bailey. That's your dream.
Although I would like to choreograph certain musical, like Lion King or something like that.
Yeah, it depends if you mean
I'd love to do.
choreograph or dance with.
Dance with was my question.
I actually don't know.
You'll have to.
Because
Come
we
back
kind
to
of
a
we kind
future
of get to
episode
do
for that.
it with pretend.
Yeah,
versions
we
of
just
them,
get
so
pretend
it's like,
Beyonce, so we
Yeah.
get to do it. Why
Yeah,
not?
I was gonna like say
Kind of
Sabrina,
for
but then I'm
real.
like, we kind of already do that.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
true. That is very true. That is true.
Yeah, I think it was just the generation I was brought up in with very like Missy Elliott, Sierra. It was that kind
Yeah,
of
Sierra would be so
back
cool.
in
yeah.
a 1-2 step. Like, yeah, I
Oh,
was like, I
fun.
want to be in those videos from when I'm older. That was like the dream.
Yeah, amazing.
As I've got older, the Beyonce has kind of become more of the big, and now it's like Kendrick Lamar and people like
Yeah.
that, isn't it? But
Yeah. Aim high. Oh, well, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's so clear to see that you're like just an inspiration to your students and just like imparting all your wisdom.
Yeah, although they inspire me just as much. I learn just
that's
as
so
much from
nice.
them. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the hard work at times, but that's teenagers.
Yeah.
But I definitely think they teach me as much as I teach them nowadays because of all these trends and things that are going on, which I
Yeah.
wouldn't keep as up to date with if I wasn't working with that age group. So it's kind of like I was saying with the work going full circle, it's also full circle in the learning,
In the class,
which
yeah.
I think, you know, when I've worked off of big choreographers, like when I went to, where did I go? Croatia to do beat camp, and that was with some major choreographers, and the best ones are the ones that kind of come with a plan, obviously, and have that choreography set, but they kind of see where the class takes them
Yeah,
as well.
adapt
It's
as
not
you go
kind of,
along.
this is what's happening because it's my session. It's kind of working with the people in front of you, which I'm sure you both know from your sessions as well, because
Yeah, it
one
just
class can be
makes-
totally
Yeah.
different, or you
Yeah.
can go with a plan and actually halfway through you're like, this is not going
working,
where
you
I
just have
thought
to
it was
adapt.
going to be, and it is.
Yeah,
It's about
definitely.
changing to the group in front of you. So
Yeah.
each group that I work with is totally different, and when I get there in September, I'll have 3 more whole new groups to work with. Well, one group that'll be my second years
Yeah,
that I've had
but then
before, but
another-
two brand new groups
Yeah,
to work with,
wow,
and
what a challenge,
every
but
year there's
exciting.
more talent, there's more, you know, culture, there's more learning. So
Yeah.
we'll see what this year brings.
Thank you so much for listening again, you guys. I'm really getting into the swing of it now. I'm loving doing this and chatting to different people. It's so exciting. I just think Sammie's just so cool.
she was very cool.
We need to up our cool game.
Also, can I interrupt because I have actually thought of who I would want to dance with.
Go on.
Pitbull.
Oh, of course. How
on.
did we not guess?
I suddenly had like a brainwave then, and I was like, I'm gonna have to interrupt the outro because I thought who it would be.
Pitbull.
Just vibes.
Oh, the most bad ones. That's what they're called. Do you want to be in that?
I want to be a bad
that's-
one.
Yeah, you want to be a bad one.
I want to be I want to be a bad one.
Wow. Yeah, you love Pitbull so much, don't you? Love it.
So do you.
Yeah, I do love Pitbull too.
So do you.
That would be a good one. Imagine, just being on stage like, that's a really good one. I think Venga Boys is my ultimate everything, but that is also a great one. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, everyone, and watching along. And get ready for some more inspiration soon. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.